Pick a path. Each choice leads to new doors and options. You chose the train cabin. At first, it is a quiet ride at sunset, relaxing and steady. Then the light outside fades completely. No moon, no stars. The train keeps moving and never stops. You are alone in a single cart and cannot move to others. It feels lonely, but calm. No one is here to harm you. Sometimes water and packaged food appear under the seats. Hours later, the train finally stops. Two doors open. You may either leave or stay on the train. You chose the left door. The train drops you onto a rural road just as the sun begins to set. There are no cars, no buildings, and no signs of life. As you walk, you find juice boxes and pieces of whole grain bread scattered on the pavement. This is your only food. The road grows narrower and more isolated as darkness sets in. Food and water are limited, so you cannot stay long. You feel watched the entire time, a constant heavy dread pushing you forward. You need to leave quickly. Ahead, you find the next choice, a ladder going down or continue down the road. You arrive in the tranquil grasslands. You feel safe here. A cool breeze moves through the open fields. Birds chirp constantly, and the air is clean. Free vending machines appear along the path and provide snacks. You do not feel tired while walking, and you can rest on the grass whenever you want. However, the longer you stay, the worse the weather becomes. Rainstorms grow stronger over time. It is best to keep moving. Following the path leads to three options: a cave, a calm river with a raft, or down the same path you've been traveling. You arrive in a grass field filled with active tornadoes and violent thunderstorms. There is no shelter in sight, and debris flies through the air without warning. Stay away from transmission lines and radio towers. The wind is so intense it pierces your ears, mixed with constant tornado sirens. Watch your head at all times. If a tornado looks like it is not moving, it is moving directly toward you. Eventually, you may face two options: take shelter in a concrete bunker or stay outside. You decided not to enter the shelter. It was the right choice. The storm weakens and fades within minutes, the wind finally going quiet. As the clouds clear, you notice a large mansion in the distance. It takes time to reach, but the path is safe. Once inside, you are free to make yourself at home. You can invite anyone you want and have anything you need. Food, games, and comfort are endless here. You may stay as long as you wish or return home at any time. Congratulations. Pick a path. Pick a path. Pick a path. Each choice leads to new doors and options. You chose the stairs. You climb the tiled steps for hours before reaching a silent cubicle office high above the city. None of the overhead lights work. The only glow comes from the skyline outside the windows. Nothing here will harm you. However, once every hour, a single computer begins to beep somewhere in the maze of desks. You must find it. The monitor displays a task, and you must complete it before the hour ends. Some are simple, like sweeping a section of floor. Others require searching deep storage rooms packed with clutter for specific objects. After completing the 10th task in a row, two paths appear ahead. An escalator descending into darkness, or a polished walkway lined with soft carpeting. You chose the escalator. It carries you down into a vast mall that appears fully operational, yet completely empty. Storefronts are clean and stocked. Lights glow in some corridors while others remain dim. There is no limit to the amount of floors, and each level stretches for miles. You may eat in the food courts and sleep in mattress stores. The layout shifts daily, making retracing your steps nearly impossible. There is nothing to do but eat, sleep, and search for an exit. Eventually, you find two doors, an emergency exit and an employees-only entrance. You picked the emergency exit door. It opens into a wide green field with fresh air and distant city buildings on the horizon. A phone with full internet access and a reliable car sit waiting for you. You never feel hungry or tired here, though you may visit the buildings for food or rest if you choose. You are free to drive anywhere and explore as far as the roads allow. With all this freedom comes one rule. Do not remain near the transmission towers for long. The air hums beneath them. Stay too long, and your thoughts begin to blur, replaced by impulses that do not feel like your own. Your journey ends here. Goodbye. Pick a path. Pick a path. Each choice leads to new doors and options. You chose to stay where you are. The halls shift into a pink labyrinth of endless pools with soft light reflecting off the water. Lounges appear at random, always clean and empty. There is no food, but the water is safe to drink, and you will not feel hunger the way you should. The calm is misleading. Signs begin to appear along the walls. Tsunami incoming. At first they are rare, then they repeat, then they block your path. You never hear waves, but pressure builds somewhere beyond the maze. Do not ignore the signs. Rest when needed, but do not stay in one place for long. Eventually, you reach two choices: a wooden rowboat at the ocean's edge or a descending staircase. Choose carefully. You enter an underground subway station with shallow water covering the floor. You hear water flowing somewhere nearby, though you can never find the source. The water level is already rising, slow but constant. Standing still is not an option. Move forward and stay centered, avoiding any smaller corridors or turns as they narrow and trap the water faster. Watch the walls and ceiling carefully. In some sections you will see exposed wires hanging low, and the closer the water gets to them, the more dangerous it becomes. As the level continues to rise, walking becomes difficult, then impossible, and you are forced to swim. Eventually, the path opens into three choices: a wooden boat drifting into a drain that leads toward the ocean, an inviting train cabin with full power and light, or a dark tunnel with no visible end. You decided to enter the train. Inside, the cabins are quiet and identical, each one connected to the next with no variation at all. You can move forward or backward, but nothing changes, and there is no clear beginning or end. At first, the windows show only darkness, a flat void with no detail, but over time it opens into a wide landscape of mountains and green fields that stretch endlessly. Each cabin contains complimentary food and drinks, always restocked, and the seats are just comfortable enough to make you want to rest. Eventually, you are left with two options: leave the train and explore the world outside, or remain and continue forward towards somewhere even better. The train begins to move, and within an hour the mountain range fades behind you. Through the window of the train, a distant city slowly comes into focus. At first it seems unreal, too clean, too structured, but as you get closer, the details sharpen into a modern skyline filled with light and movement. When the train stops, you step out into a place where everything is available without limit. You are given a penthouse overlooking the entire city, along with unrestricted internet access, allowing you to contact and invite anyone you want. Inside, a machine can produce any food you request instantly and without error, and a helicopter is always ready to take you anywhere within the city at any time. There are endless things to do, endless places to go, and nothing here restricts you. You may stay as long as you want, or you may leave whenever you choose. Your journey ends here. Goodbye.